What is up, you guys? We are back with another Beyblade X unboxing, and today we're looking at Hasbro's best Beyblade X release, and that is Soar Phoenix 960 Gear Flat. Now, of all the bays in Beyblade X so far, Phoenix Wing or Soar Phoenix for Hasbro is hands down one of the best Beyblade X bays to date. Now, not only is it special because of just how powerful this bay really is and how almost unburstable it is, this bay is very special for the simple fact that it is the first and the only standard release Beyblade X bay that has a metal coat paint on it. And that is just absolutely amazing, and that is amazing that Hasbro was able to pick it up and do Soar Phoenix right out the gate with Wave 1. It makes you kind of wonder what else Hasbro is going to be planning on doing, and if they're going to release some of the other painted Beyblades, whether there's special editions for Takara, Tomy, like even perhaps Cobalt Drake. Now that would be phenomenal and a great play for Hasbro to do. But this is the Soar Phoenix 960 Gear Flat release. Now this set does come with Soar Phoenix as well as the best string launcher Takara, Tomy, and now even Hasbro has ever released. So now flipping it over and checking out the stats of Soar Phoenix, the one thing I am actually very happy that Hasbro is doing is their stats and everything on each of the individual items is identical to Takara, Tomy. We don't have the weird Pro Series attack strength, burst ability, or whatever. We don't have any of that. It is completely the same. It's going to be ringing up the same. And just as a side comparison so that we can see it from the original Takara Tomy box release, we have the blade for Hasbro saying the attack is 65. The attack is 65. Now we have the defense at 30, defense at 30, stamina 20, stamina 20. Now it's all just purely identical and purely the same. And that is the one thing I'm actually very happy that Hasbro is doing. But Soar Phoenix comes with the Soar Phoenix blade, one of the best blades in the entire game. Now this blade is on the restricted parts list, meaning that if you use this blade in any official tournament, you are giving up 1 point, meaning that your opponent is going to automatically start the game off with 1 point, meaning they only need to score 3 points in order to win and kick you out of the tournament. Now furthermore, the Soar Phoenix is equipped with the 960 Ratchet. Now again, the 960 Ratchet is also on the restricted parts list. Now that means that if you use the Soar Phoenix combo, this entire combo, stock combo and everything in an official tournament, your opponent's going to automatically start off with 2 points, meaning all they need to do is simply get an over finish or a burst on you, and then they simply win the match and kick you out of the tournament. The bit that Soar Phoenix has is the Gear Flat. A lot of people do not like the Gear Flat. A lot of people think the Gear Flat is too fast, hard to control. However, for me personally, I think Gear Flat is the best attack bit so far for Beyblade X. I prefer it over the Rush bit. I prefer it over the regular flat, low flat, even the Quake bit. For me, the Gear Flat bit, once you have learned how to master it and control this bit, it is by far one of the most powerful attack type bits in the game. But again, that is just my own personal opinion. Alright, but I say let's just unbox this badass and let's just look at Hasbro's Beyblade X release of Soar Phoenix. Alright, but there you guys go. This is a complete Soar Phoenix set from Hasbro. It's just absolutely 100% gorgeous and literally probably the best product Hasbro has ever produced, not only for Beyblade, but seriously for me at least, as a company as whole. Now here's the Phoenix Wing or the Soar Phoenix blade. You could tell the paint is just spot on. This is 100% Takara Tomy quality right here, and I am so happy and so pleased with that. But Phoenix Wing or Soar Phoenix, this blade is one of the heaviest blades in the entire game. The blade design is just absolutely phenomenal, especially with that red paint and everything, and with the gold claws for the Phoenix. I think the color scheme is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm just very excited that Hasbro is actually doing this now. Here is the 960 Ratchet. The 960 Ratchet in competitive play It is one of the hardest ratchets to burst because this ratchet sits so close to the blade, and not only that, but look at the shape of it. It is almost a complete perfect circle. There's hardly any nubs or anything for an opponent's blade to catch under there and burst your bey. So having the 960 ratchet almost virtually makes your bey 100% unburstable. And here is the gear flat bit. For me, again, the gear flat is by far the best attack bit in my opinion. It had taken me a very long time to be able to learn how to use and control the gear flat. And here is the Hasbro's / Takara Tomy string launcher. This thing feels absolutely amazing. 100% amazing. It feels just like the Takara Tomy ones, fresh out of the box. I don't feel any differences at all. Now the great thing about this is even though Hasbro does not have any accessories yet, it still has the capability of putting on Takara Tomy grips and the accessories for Takara Tomy, so I'm glad that they were able to do that. But this is just a very quick and accessible way of being able to get at least the red string launcher. Now I'm hoping that Hasbro does release the blue, the black, and even the white one, and maybe even come out with some of their own colors of the string launchers. I think that would be fantastic. Alright, but let's piece together Soar Phoenix or Phoenix Wing, and let's just check this bad boy out. Alright, but there you guys go. Soar Phoenix from Hasbro. Absolutely amazing. Now the paint job just looks so good with this. This metal coat paint job on Phoenix Wing or Soar Phoenix just looks absolutely amazing. Now since I already have a Soar Phoenix or a Phoenix Wing that is untouched and on display, I really don't mind getting this one kind of dirty in the battlefield. So let's get that stadium out. Let's test spin Soar Phoenix. Let's put it up against some of the other Hasbro bays and then some of the other Takara Tomy bays, and just see if the quality of Hasbro's Soar Phoenix matches the quality of Takara Tomy. Now in today's video, we're going to be using the Takara Tomy's Extreme Stadium once more. It's by far one of my favorite Extreme Stadiums out of all the stadiums that they have released. So let's just give Soar Phoenix a good test spin. I'll show you guys a little bit how to use and control that gear flat bit so you can start using it in your competitive combos and actually winning. So the first thing is you're always going to want to launch him at a very slight angle. There's your flat launch right there. You're just barely nudging it down, and that's what you want. You want to kind of launch on the outside of that inner ring right there. And that will just give you the control that you need to be able to master the gear flat bit. But that string launcher right here, this felt amazing. It felt just like a Takara Tomy one. In fact, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between using this and a Takara Tomy string launcher. But there is Soar Phoenix performing just exactly like Phoenix Wing from Takara Tomy. Just completely destroyed Talon Ptera, ripped the dinosaur in pieces. Just the sound of the gear flat is by far my favorite sounding bit in Beyblade X so far. It just completely sounds and reminds me of Guilty Longinus. There he goes. Talon Ptera is actually putting up a fight. Again, Talon Ptera for Hasbro is their 100%, in my opinion, their best Hasbro exclusive release. This bait is just absolutely phenomenal, and it's a very difficult bait to beat. As you can see, Phoenix Wing, one of the all-time best Beyblade X bays in general, barely withstood a chance up against Talon Ptera as stamina type. Just the sheer speed of, oh my god, that was insane. I was about to say the sheer speed of Phoenix Wing, that gear flat is just absolutely insane. But that was such a fast battle, that blew my mind. It was so hard to keep track of, but that was insane. There he goes, completely takes out Steel Samurai with a single hit. That was absolutely insane. Now the speed is particularly why people have such a hard time controlling the gear flat bit, and it's the reason why a lot of people just do not like the gear flat bit. But like I said, once you're able to control it and figure out how to function it to maximize its full attack potential, the gear flat is just a superb and amazing attack bit. Alright, but there you guys go, from Hasbro's Beyblade X line, Soar Phoenix 960 gear flat. Now my general review of Phoenix Wing and Soar Phoenix is going to be 100% the same. This is a definite must get bay. It's a definite 5-star bay and an absolute S tier bay for its stock combo. Now as for Hasbro, the packaging of this bay was just so clean. They did such a great job, and not just the packaging but the quality of Soar Phoenix as well, and the quality of the string launcher. The string launcher, you would never even notice it was a Hasbro launcher, and the bay itself, unless you take off that blade and you look down at the QR code, you'll never know that it was a Hasbro bay. Not only is this just a great starter bay for a lot of people just starting to get into Beyblade X, it is just a great bay to start out things with because it does come with the string launcher. Now the ripcord launchers and the winder launchers, they are just great and cram packed with power, as you can see in the battles, but the string launchers are just still by far one of the best string launchers Takara, Tomy, and now Hasbro has ever released. They do pack a serious punch, and they're just phenomenal and great and easy to use for a lot of starter bladers. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys actually think of Soar Phoenix from Hasbro, and comment below what you guys actually think of Hasbro's Beyblade X line. Are they crushing it, or are they sinking a ship real fast? Now thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next time. We're going to have some more Beyblade X unboxings and some other epic Beyblade X content. Now like always, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.